What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Okay, so we have two new uniforms with this update here, so let's go ahead and take a look at Coulson's here first. So we have Phil Coulson's A.O.S. Season 3 Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. uniform. So let's see what this uniform actually does for him. So it gives him a 10% increase to all defense for all allies. So just kind of stacking up and adding to his usefulness as a support unit, and it changes just one of his skills. But yeah, that's pretty much all it does for him, which is not too much. He only gives 10% defense to all allies, which, I mean, it can be useful, but it's only 10%, so that's kind of low. So it will help them, I guess, tank a little bit better, give them a tiny bit of extra survivability. But let's jump into the skill preview here to kind of take a look at what this one skill change is. Alright, so if you watched my earlier video today with my rank up of Quasar, you know I talked a little bit about my thoughts on the update, and well, I have a little bit more to say after looking at these uniforms. This uniform also in particular. So as we see here, this is the only change to his skills, the second skill here. So he does get an iframe, which is nice, but as you can see, he ends right in front of the enemy. There's no way for him to really get away very easily. You can kind of just jump into that and cancel into the third skill, but then you don't really get the shield. Gotta wait until the iframe is completely gone to get into the to get that shield to animate, and then you can pop into the third skill to try to protect them a little bit, make a little bit of distance between you and the enemy, but that only really pertains to if you're going to be using him in world boss or against unstunnable enemies. So besides that, that's the only thing his uniform changes for him. So that's also something that I've kind of been having issues with each update. So when they've been releasing all these new uniforms lately, the uniforms overall haven't been too good or too spectacular. They've released a lot of kind of dud uniforms or uniforms that don't do much to change the character around. All the uniform is really doing is giving them that stat boost, the all defense and all attack, which is quite annoying because they could do a lot better job on a lot of these uniforms. And so with their recent update right now introducing this stupid loot chest, on top of that, all the past updates, so we've been getting kind of so-so uniforms. We'll get good ones here and there, and then also, what happened to the character rebalancing? They used to do like 1 or 2 character rebalances each update, and they haven't done that for like 5 updates now. So it's, I don't know where they're going right now, but it's not really a good time to be playing the game after this update here, because they just are not improving. They're just adding in all this little stuff that we don't want, for one, and two, it's just trying to get like a cash grab for them. So, you know, they start doing a little more work on the uniforms, make them a little more worthwhile. Like for the Coulson uniform here, I don't think you should pick it up. Even if you have the extra crystals laying around, it doesn't really benefit him too much. And that all defense, is that really going to help you that much for your main DPS character that you're going to be pairing him with, that you want to get that extra boost to your other 2 characters? No, I don't think it's worth it. Sure, he gets a guard against hits here on the second skill, so he will get more survivability, but I mean, that's not really what Coulson needs, because not many people use Coulson, so they could have done a lot more if they changed around his skills, gave him more iframes, gave him like higher DPS skills, because right now he kind of relies on the summons for damage and distraction. So he's got these 2 summons here, and they're not the same typing as him, so they're going to be pretty much useless in Shadowland because you have a speed and a combat there, and Coulson is blast, so unless you're doing like a male hero or something like that, that might be the only way that could be useful, because then you could have Captain America here at least doing damage. But then Coulson himself, he doesn't do very good damage. If you're against a supervillain, of course he gets his own passive, so it does help out with his DPS. But, I mean, that's not what the character needed, so I'm really disappointed in this uniform, and I definitely think you should pass on it. And yes, no more spending in the game for now. I'm definitely going to be free to play, so support the boycott, don't spend any money in the game, and I wouldn't even waste your crystals on this, like I said, even if you had the crystals already. So yeah, that's just going to be my thoughts on the uniform here. I know it's a little bit of a downer to have to talk badly, talk negative about the stuff that they're doing right now, because I don't like to be negative. I don't like to, it's kind of depressing. It brings you down. So I like to be kind of positive and upbeat in the videos that I do. That's why I usually don't like to talk about stuff like this. And, you know, I don't mind saying if a uniform is bad or not, but when I have to go into more detail like this about past updates and things like that, and why I've been getting so disappointed with this stuff, then it starts becoming something I don't really want to discuss or keep having to put in my videos. Luckily, I do play other games that I put on the channel here, so I am going to be, of course, playing some more games once I get my PlayStation has been a little bit finicky right now with the audio, because I've noticed that there was a problem with the audio on my last 2 playthroughs that I did in my PlayStation series that I didn't really notice, so I've been trying to fix that. Once the audio is fixed, I'm going to start probably doing a lot more PlayStation 4 content on the channel here. Of course, I'm still going to be doing Marvel Future Fight content, because I do still love playing this game. I just don't like what they've been doing with it recently, but it still doesn't change the fact that I still enjoy playing Shadowland, I still enjoy World Boss, and I enjoy Alliance Conquest to a point. That game mode kind of irritates me, but anyway, that's probably enough of this additional ranting that I'm doing. For next videos, I'll probably just go back to straight up reviewing the characters. I don't really feel like mentioning more about the update, because like I said, it just brings me down, and I don't really want to be there. So hopefully this all gets sorted out. Hopefully they do fix this. Hopefully they don't keep doing any more of this RNG based characters or anything like that. So I've talked long enough about that. Hopefully you were still able to get a decision on your opinion about this uniform here, despite all of the extra stuff I had to say during this uniform review video. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.